Looking crisp.
Very crisp. Bro, how excited are you to talk to Miami Heat?
So for tomorrow or?
No, like just recapping.
Oh, I mean the game was literally like if you went back and listened to us on our game 1 breakdown when we thought Smart and Horford was in, I was all about the Heat getting smoked. I didn't think they had a chance.
Same here.
And then and then the narrative changes when Butler drops whatever. And then when they come back, it's like, oh, wait a minute. That's right. The Celtics are the best team in the East.
Yeah.
And probably the league, but we'll see. I think their defense, I want to see, the unstoppable force, the movable object, the Celtics defense at max strength, and then the Warriors offense if they're actually hitting. That'll be fun. But if the Warriors are cold, not so much.
Yeah. I mean, the Celtics are just a terrible matchup for the Warriors for sure because they're length on that perimeter. Like they could really shut down things. But we saw the Warriors adjust to the Mavs perimeter defense. Game 1, they went more mid-range, which we'll get into. Yeah, the Heat are smoked, dude. It's over.
It is a wrap.
I mean, they're a solid team, but when it gets down to like semifinals and finals, you need a superstar or two.
I mean, sure. And then like no Lowry and Bam is just literally a different player than he was. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. I don't want to beat him up too much, but it's
no, you can beat him up, dude. He deserves it.
But I just think that the Celtics are like the culmination of years of design.
Oh yeah, I mean, how long have they been building that team?
But so the Yankee game got postponed, and I was low key I'm not worried, but like I plan to be in the pool. And I was like, man, am I going to have to put the freaking Yankee game on my phone next to the water? So it's kind of a relief, and it gives us the bullpen a day to reset. But like I said, the hot tub's different. Because if I get in that hot tub and nobody's there, and some a-hole comes and sits in the hot tub with me, I might punch him, bro. I hate that crap.
Get rid of him, bro.
I hate that crap. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Game 2 Warriors-Mavs. It's going to hopefully be competitive. We shall see, man. But that's 2022 NBA in a nutshell. I'm excited to watch that game. I do like that it's a little later than usual, so you get some time to breathe, especially if you're a multi-sport fantasy player like myself. Get a break between the baseball lock and the basketball lock. But yeah, Josh's Golden State Warriors looking to handle up at home for the second game in a row. We'll talk about game theory, game script, the lines on PrizePicks. We'll take a peek at underdog and just generally break down the game, have some fun. And for some reason, Josh keeps opening packs of cards, and I believe he intends to do more of that today. And
I dropped more money today.
Bro, you're about to accidentally become a collector.
Yep. I mean, I was as a kid. It was like, besides playing basketball, it was my other main hobby.
Shout out to the live chat. Parker in the chat. Emerson in the chat says, what's going to happen today in this game? Who's jogging the court? Who's scoring the points? Young C in the chat. Golden State Warriors come out and play. Okay, what up, John S? Welcome to the chat. AOD. I'm just here so I won't get fined. I almost fined you. Singing the theme song. Yeah. Bam needs to stick in his head like sand in ostrich. Oh, man. What up, Corey? What up, Robert? Phillies under. Man, I don't have a pulse on baseball yet, but I will definitely get that going right after this stream. I knew there was gonna be a lot of weather, so I'm letting the weather play out before I get too attached to some games, But it's kind of ironic that so PrizePicks added like 3 players to hit a home run, which is a fun little thing. And I last night I tweeted, I was like, You forgot Judge, Stanton, and Rizzo, which, by the way, those 3 are like amongst the top like 7 home run leaders in baseball. So I didn't think they would ever add those 3, and they did. And then the game gets postponed, so I can't phone. But everybody was like, messaging me over under. What are we gonna do? If you ever, and I mean ever, tweet at me on Twitter and ask if I like the under on Judge, Stanton, and Rizzo to hit a home run, then you didn't understand Gundacker to begin with. So I didn't dignify any of those with replies, man. Y'all are killing me with that. Come on, bro. But it's all fun. I still love y'all. What up, Sheriff? Please can we get a close game? My bankroll bleeding right now with these last few games. It's NBA, man.
God, yeah. Tatum didn't touch the court in the fourth quarter, and that just absolutely killed like 2 of my big cards. I needed 1 point from him, man.
Yeah. Hey, like we said, I don't know if I think it was before we went live, or yeah. That game was literally what I expected in game 1, but in game 1 we missed Horford and Smart, so it didn't happen. So I was not surprised yesterday. Jimmy, to his credit, was doing all he could do. But you're going to need more than a Gabe Vincent or a Max Strus to back you up, right? You need somebody to lean on, and he just didn't have that. And Marcus Smart, we were worried about his injury. Marcus Smart was the best player on the court last night and did his thing. So shout out to Marcus Smart getting it done. What up, James? What up, Eric? So I kind of like the Boston one, Devers, Story, and Martinez. Man, how about Trevor Story last night? Oof, 3 of them. I cut him in season long a couple weeks ago. Hey man, you're gonna have those one games where you go off. But I cut him in season long a couple weeks ago in lieu of Eugenio Suarez, and people kind of scoffed at me. I hope he's not warming up. He's still on my waivers, but I'm gonna leave him there. I'm not gonna overreact there. Parker says Tatum hooked me on points on a big time card. Yeah, I got smacked.
Yeah, same.
By that. Yeah, by that. I'm still recovering from that Luka steal or rebound decision the other day. Hopefully tonight's different. Hopefully tonight is different. Anyway, did you have anything you wanted to unleash about last night before we go forward? I just felt so much pain in that sigh.
Well, everything was going perfect, right? Like my favorite prop was Tatum's free throw prop, and he cleared that. But I also got some exposure to his like full game points, because I wanted to pair it with Al Horford's 2.5 assists, and then Horford clears it near the end of the third or beginning of the fourth. But then Tatum never comes back on the court at the fourth, and he finished the third quarter with 27 points. So that really. And his prop was 27.5. That really hurt, man, because I had 2 big cards, like 2 of my biggest cards on that. And I didn't pair Horford's 2.5 assists with my Tatum's free throw prop card because I don't like pairing assists with free throws, because it's not really correlated. And yeah, I mean, if you think your main guy ball handler is going to get fouled a lot, it doesn't make sense to pair it with an assist prop from a guy on the same team. But it actually worked out that time. So yeah, I mean, Marcus Smart had a day. Definitely was on his PRA. We were on a lot of his props. We had a good feeling on him. And then Bam did Bam things, man. And what did he take? 6 shots total in that game? I believe it was 6.
And you know what's crazy? I had to talk you off the ledge.
Yeah.
We were like, and we had we tried a free voice chat in the free Discord yesterday just for fun. We had some time and got in there and one of the members, and I didn't realize, he goes, Josh, you really got Bam Adebayo as one of your top targets tonight? And I was like, there's no way. And I looked, I was like, sure enough, I was like, Josh is on that card pack pull juju.
No. That it wasn't because of that. Actually, I think we should fade the card pack pull from now on. It seems to be a curse. But no.
Wait, you're telling me there's no significant correlation between players that you pull out of a pack of cards, those pieces of cardboard have no direct impact on how those players will perform on the day that you pull the that's
No.
That's asinine.
No. 100% asinine. What it does affect and correlate with is your mindset and process. It can either reinforce what you're on and your process, or it can maybe get you off of something. So that's the only thing it affects.
But hey, let me you didn't open those cards on Narrative Friday though. That's the difference.
There you go.
Today is Narrative Friday.
I got some high-end packs today, so for Narrative Friday.
Some what?
Like high-end packs, like the.
I thought you just like made up a brand. Some high-end packs. Okay.
No, like the ones that are like that have the more rare cards and they're like higher end prices. No, the reason I had him on there is it's just like the models and projections love him so much. Yeah. Not only yours, but if you look across like the board, like everyone was projecting him so high. And yeah, I just fell for that like 47 fantasy point projection and being almost 20 fantasy point more higher. And yeah, I'm done. I think the model can stay broken for him and he can just chill. And if he has one big game, good for him. Happy for him, but I will not touch Bam Adebayo again.
All right. Well, there you have
How about
it.
you?
I've kind of just given up on him for before yesterday. Like I didn't take the points. With that said, I got hit by Horford rebounds.
Marcus Smart decided to take all the boards, huh?
Marcus Smart is a thing, man.
Yep.
Today we have a game 2 with the 214.5 total, a 6-point spread in favor of your home team, Golden State Warriors. Tim Hardaway obviously out, Iguodala, Gary Payton out. Those are your main pieces of news here. Other than that, we're expecting a full-fledged game between the best teams in the Western Conference remaining. So let's pop open the PrizePicks board. Start with the visiting Mavericks, and let's see if we can't find some picks to click and maybe make some money on tonight. We have 9 Luka Doncic props tonight, 29.5 real points. That's down. Wasn't it like 32.5?
It was 32.5 for game 1, and then it opened at 30.5 for game 2, and now it's down to 29.5?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it even more.
Going backwards. 9.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 3.5 threes, 4.5 turnovers, 47.5 PRA, 6 free throws, 52 fantasy points, and a partridge and a pear tree. Jalen Brunson has gone down to 17.5 real points. I feel like he was at 18.5 last time and a little higher on underdog.
19.5, 18.5, yeah.
3.5 assists for Brunson, 1.5 turnovers, 3 free throws, 30 fantasy points. Our boy, the GOAT, Dorian Finney-Smith, 42 minutes of mediocre stat line basketball. 16.5 PRA for Dorian Finney-Smith. 16.5. Josh, I'm losing all of the money on that. 16.5? How did what? Dog, well, I'm dead.
I mean, you gotta score, man. He's unscored.
I mean, PRA, you accidentally get 8 rebounds. Yeah. I don't know. That is so low for a guy that in a competitive game will play 40-plus minutes. And that's the key. Keep it competitive. It's not a lot to do it. But, man, if he got 33 minutes in the blowout, leaves a good 7-8 on the board. Whew, that's going to get me in trouble. That's going to get me.
You're going back to the gun special with Finney?
I mean, I'll get your thoughts. I'll pick your brain on the game theory. I still think I think the Warriors are the way better team here, and once you get that like in game 3 when Steph hit that first three and then started dancing, the
Uh-huh.
game was over. It's like I've seen this one before. If Steph Curry dances, you have lost the game. It is. I don't care what quarter it is. If Curry's feeling it and he's dancing, and this is the same game where he was missing free throws in the first half, right? And they were chucking bricks. But once he hit that three and it was splash and he starts dancing, it's a wrap. You don't have a shot. So if they can keep Curry from dancing tonight, maybe we can get 42 minutes out of DFS at 16.5 PRA. That's just. Whew, that's air and opportunity for 42 minutes. That's so low. For I don't know, maybe I'm a little high on him. I got 35 minutes on him as a projection. I still think competitive game could give me 40 plus. He has played small ball center at time, and Clayball has shown a propensity to get into foul trouble. Let's see, Dorian Finney-Smith. I have him at 19.4 PRA, so I'm certainly leaning the over at almost 3 peripheral difference. Reggie Bullock, 9.5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 threes. And I feel like that's a pretty low line for him, especially if your game script is the logical one here where the Mavs play from a slight deficit, if not a great deficit, forcing your 3-point shooters, and the Mavs will chuck some threes. That's part of the problem. I think he's one of those options. Half a turnover, 18 fantasy points for Bullock. Maxi Kleber, 4.5 rebounds, 1.5 threes, half a block shot, 16 fantasy points. Spencer Dinwiddie, 12.5 real points, 3 assists, 2.5 boards. And then Dwight Powell, 3.5 points, 3 rebounds, 6.5 PRA. That is our Mavericks board. So just as a short summary, it does feel like we've got some suppressed Maverick lines and versus game 1 and in the Sun series. So maybe that's it's a little bit more tempting than usual because we are getting some lower lines than usual. But at the same time, I think we have to start. Let's start with game script. What is your game script here? And I hate asking you because you're a self-loathing Warriors fan, and you'll always think, "Oh, this can't sustain. They're not going to be competitive." Blah blah blah.
Right.
But I mean, there's a very real chance the at-home Warriors and Oracle smoke the Mavericks yet again, and this game is a run back. And this is, like we said, other than Game 7 of the Sun series, that was every road game for the Mavs against the Suns. They were just not getting it done out there. And I think when Oracle's on, when Curry's on, and when the Warriors are clicking, they can get it done. And then in addition to the Warriors clicking, like we talked about yesterday, Andrew Wiggins and Kevon Looney have suddenly become a problem. And it's one thing to worry about the death lineup with Poole, Klay, and Curry, but now if Wiggins is going to give you 15, 20 points, Draymond, and Kevon Looney is going to be Shaq-tastic with assist potential. Like this is tough. So, are you preparing and planning and projecting a competitive game, or will you finally see that your team's pretty doggone good, and the Mavericks have definitely an opportunity to get smacked? And with that answer, then we can start discussing, do we want to target these full game props for the Mavs that are kind of low? So tell me what the game's going to look like tonight, and then talk to me about these Mavs.
Yeah, I mean, these are pretty low lines. And I think, Vegas is just giving respect to Warriors defense, which, I mean, they are solid, but they definitely came out with like a zone defense and kind of surprised the Mavs, and they didn't know how to handle it at first. Wiggins did a really good job on Luka. He shot way below his normal field goal percentage. He was 6-18 and 3 from 10 from the 3. I think a big thing, and Luka even admitted after the game, is that they just they shot way too many threes. They shot almost 50 threes. They normally shoot 35 to 40 threes. I think on the season they averaged around 14 to 15 threes made a game as a team. They only made 11 of those 48 in that game. And you know what's crazy? They only took 6 shots at the rim versus their 48 threes. You know what that means?
You need more, as Reggie Miller would say, you need more dribble penetration.
Yeah, well, I mean that, and I mean if you've ever played, organized basketball at all or any type of basketball, if you're taking that many outside shots and no shots in the paint like that, that means you're tired and you're fatigued, right? Like that's a huge sign of fatigue. I mean, I'm not saying it's the only reason that happened in that game. I think just the Mavs just notoriously are a 3-point shooting team. They live off of those corner threes from the drive and dish out from Luka. But I do think going 7 games to the Suns and they only have a 1-day break in between that game 7, even though that they like blew out the Suns in game 7, it's still taxing after 7 games. I mean, look at the Celtics. They lost after their 7-game series, and they lost.
Yeah,
game
okay. Well, there was reasons, but okay.
There was reasons, but sure. I mean, I'm just saying, you go 7-game series and you only have a 1-day break while the other team's just sitting there chilling. I just think it was a big indicator of fatigue. You only taking that many shots in near the basket. So with that said, I think and Luka kind of hinted at it, and after the game, I think they're gonna be more aggressive and go back to his bread and butter of that like little 10-foot, that mid to short range game where he kind of drives in, does a little step back, fade away, or a little floater, and same with Brunson too. So I'm leaning their points. Just some of that game theory that they're going to be more aggressive. Maybe they lay off the 3 ball a little bit and try to go for these higher field goal percentage opportunities. So I'm going to go with Luka's 29.5 points. And then I like Brunson's 17.5 points. And do they have a free throw prop for him? That was something I wanted to look out for. I didn't have it on the board last night when I was researching.
The Brunson 3-pointers?
Okay,
yeah.
Free throw.
Oh, free throw. Okay, yeah.
I like that. Let me see. Let me double check who's officiating tonight. It is Kane Fitzgerald. Okay, nothing crazy.
That's gotta be Kane.
Yeah, he's chill. Let's yeah, I like the 3 free throws if you want a smaller number to sweat. Because I think both him and Luka are gonna be driving more to the basket, so that they could both pick up some fouls. But I don't trust Luka's free throw shooting. We've seen him, miss time and again. So I'm probably just gonna stick with Luka's points. One thing you could consider is going under on his assist. I wish it was at 8, which it was game 1. Because I think it could get to 8. I wish it was 8 or 8.5. So if you go back and look at just like his past games, especially in the playoffs, his supporting cast is well known. They don't shoot that well on the road, and then they shoot significantly better at home, especially from 3. Especially guys like Maxey, and Reggie and Finney. So I've kind of like targeting his assists on the road as an under, because he also is very aggressive and he takes more shots on the road just because he has to pick up the slack. But I went back and looked at some of the game film, and he had 15 potential assists in game 1, and I think a lot of it came from the first quarter. The Mavs took like so many threes in that first quarter and bricked so many of them. So yeah, he left a lot of potential assists on the board. So that kind of makes me nervous.
Yeah, no, it's scary if you're converting like 40% of potential assists. You feel it's scary to bet the under, because you feel like there's going to be those games where you spike up to 60% or 55% conversion, something like that. So I'm with you. I don't hate the thought of it, but I don't want to sweat Luka like a single digit Luka peripheral. Underdog also has it at 7.5. Usually Underdog will give us like a juicier line, or a more aggressive line, I'll say. So for them to be 1-to-1 with PrizePicks, I don't know if I'm gonna sweat under assists on Luka today.
I'm with you. Hey, what do you think about? Man, his fantasy is low. His fantasy is at 52. Do you like his real points or his fantasy points more?
Well, if his fantasy's at 52, then mathematically his first half should be 26, 27.5. Luka first half fantasy is at 26. So I would probably want, and I know this burnt us by two tenths of a point because he missed one free throw or got, but would you want to take a shot on Luka? Go back to it. Them depressing this line by 2 fantasy points. This is a line he's cleared in every game so far. So I feel like I'd be okay with going back to the well. He was literally a missed free throw away from converting. Last game, he was a steal over a rebound from converting. You mentioned all those missed potential assists. It's Luka, and I think the first half's going to set the tone here for the Mavs because we know they're not winning the third quarter. So if they come out firing, I think Luka will get halfway there, and I'm with you. The full game fantasy point projection for me, I'm at 60. So yes, I think we're getting a deal no matter what. But I'm kind of a sucker for going back to that first half shot.
Okay, let's do that. Let's get exposure, to his first half fantasy and like maybe 2 cards, 1 or 2 cards, and another set of cards will go with his full game real points.
Bet.
And that'll kind of just hedge everything. Because like, what if he just goes attack mode and he doesn't fill the stat line as much? We cover it with the points, and then the fantasy will cover all the stat filling that he potentially could do.
Yeah, it sounds good to me, and also gives us an out if the game is lopsided and we don't get a fourth quarter. I'm with it.
And then Brunson, I definitely like his points and his free throws, like I said. And then Finney, that's the gun special. We got to go with it. You like his 20 fantasy points, or you want that 16.5 PRA?
I want that purple stuff. 28 fantasy or 16. So I mean, I have them clearing both of those lines in my projections. I guess I'll ask you this: Do you expect to be interested in any turnover props for the Warriors? Because that's what kept the Mavericks in it for the first half, right? With all those breaks from both teams, there were still some turnovers to be had. I don't know. I don't know. How much steal equity are you expecting here? And if it's not more than 1, I'm not too worried about it. So I could, and what I'm getting at is, if I'm not expecting more than 1 steal, I could just take the PRA. Because the steal and turnovers just might offset.
I wouldn't worry about turnovers with him.
I'm gonna take PRA, but I'm also obviously not anti fantasy points. So I'm a Dorian Finney-Smith PRA FPS, but I'm a 1A the PRA. And what's the number that I want? I want 16.5. And I do want to see what underdog's at on that number, because I don't know, man. That just feels low, but
it's the same on Pinnacle at that 16.5.
So, underdog has them at 15.5 points and rebounds. So they pluck away the assist part. So okay, I can get behind 6.5 rebounds or assists. So he's implied for 10 points basically, which is fair. So I'll put that on the board here. And then how about Reggie, man? If I guess the Reggie, we'll keep this as a correlated play. If Reggie's having a solid game, that's gonna beef in the assist potential for Luka, and then probably make this game more competitive. Do you want to get any action on Reggie? In that last game, Reggie took 10 3-point attempts, 12 field goals overall, and he wasn't super efficient. Hit 3 of those 10 for 12 points, but he is somebody that's going to be involved. He's probably going to be third, maybe in shot volume, maybe fourth, depending on Jalen Brunson, Dinwiddie, how they roll out. Do you have any interest in attaching yourself to a bullet prop? My guess would be 2 threes. Feels like that'll be more commonly a push, but I also understand the thought that you'd rather get these 3-point shooters and role players at home versus on the road. So I wouldn't force you if one way or the other. But I do think 2 threes seems a little low if he's going to chuck 10 of them.
Yeah, I would probably stick with that. I mean, you could consider his rebounds too, just because both teams shooting so many threes, and him being out in the wing, getting the long rebounds. Is it at 4 or 4.5? Let me see.
For rebounds, it's 4 straight up.
Yeah. I would say threes for him, number 1, and then rebounds, number 2.
Underdog has him at 4.5 rebounds.
Okay.
And 9.5 points.
I think like realistically he gets to 4, but like in a kind of a spike game for his ceiling game would be like, yeah, if he gets 5 or 6. So.
All right, so we'll fringy it up.
Yep. I don't like I said, I don't feel confident on any of these Mavs secondary pieces because they keep showing time and again that they don't like to perform on the road.
Dude, I just got bit by an ant, and that sucker burns.
Was there a fire ant, like a red one?
I don't know. It's a dead one. I know that, but that sucker burns. There's a little bump going on. I don't think. So yeah, you were in the chat when I ordered Chinese food yesterday, right?
Yeah. Was it good?
It was alright, but I had sweet and sour sauce in it, and when I put somehow it spilled all over the bag. The dasher must have not realized.
Oh, man, that stuff is so sticky. Yeah, no wonder.
It's very sticky, and I cleaned my desk, but I guess there was still enough residue to attract one ant. I don't see any other ants, and that sucker just got me, man.
Got him.
But yeah, it's a Dedimus maximus, I believe is the scientific term here. Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, man, we had a little bit of interest in those two. You feel like a faster paced game if the Warriors play at their rate. Could open up for some decent minutes here. Dwight Powell was not involved minute wise. It looked like the plan was to have more Maxi, but Maxi Kleber couldn't keep his hands to himself. He got 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes, and they had to go right back. They went a little bit small ball. We saw some Dorian Finney-Smith stretch to the 5 a little bit, but then as they could, they would tag Dwight back in. But it looked like they wanted Kleber to be more involved. He picked up 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes, so they sit him back down. They bring him back in the second quarter, picks up another foul in 3 minutes of action. So
why does he do that? He just goes on these spurts where it's like a huge bout of fouls.
Exactly.
Like back to back to back. I don't get it.
Third quarter, they let him shine, get 7 minutes. So what I would say is if he can, and it's a big if, but if he can stay out of foul trouble, it looks like there was a solid plan for him to play, 24, 25 minutes in this game. Oh, yeah. So maybe with that in mind, maybe some of these clay ball lines are low because it's more reactionary than anything. And with that said, 16 fantasy points. This is a block-centric defender. This is probably correlated with why he gets so many fouls. And he'll chuck some threes and a couple of rebounds here. So I would think in a looser card, one that's lower than your usual unit, you could game theory Maxi Kleber to be more efficient if he stays out of foul trouble in this one. And 16 fantasy points could be an attackable line. So just wanted to speak that out loud. Do you agree with that?
I agree 100%. I was actually on it game 1. It was at 16 fantasy points as game 1 too, and I got exposure to that and I got exposure to his rebounds, and the foul trouble killed both of those. So yeah, I mean, new game, new day. Maybe he doesn't foul as much. I mean, we saw he had a couple games he got in foul trouble in the Suns, but he also had some really efficient games in the Suns series. So it'll be a different story today.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Sorry, I got my vacuum cleaners are here, so I'll just have to keep muted between.
Your vacuum cleaners are here? How rich are you?
Not like robot vacuum cleaners said our cleaners are here.
Yeah, exactly. How rich are you? Chat, Type 1 in chat if you pay people to clean your house. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Are you have like you pay people to come vacuum your house?
Well, clean it, yeah.
You're not one
lazy.
of us.
I'm lazy, bro.
I'm not like you. I'm not like you. Oh my god. Okay, that's fair. Whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll just stay muted in between.
A bunch of zeros in chat. I love it. Oh my god, CT, what are you doing? What did I just read?
What is it? What is the 0 for?
I told them type 1 if they pay somebody to clean their house. And some zeros coming in. We are not like Josh, chat. Josh is not one of us. I pay. The cleaners are here. My goodness. That's great. I love it. Anyway, so if you guys are running notes with me, after that conversation, I've got Jalen Brunson over 3 free throws, Doncic's first half fantasy points at 26, Dorian Finney-Smith 16.5 PRA or a shot at his fantasy points, and then fringe Bullock 2 threes, rebounds, and then maybe Klay in a looser card, right? And that would be like your quarter of a unit card, something like that. I'm surprised. I don't think Josh is going to the restroom. I think he pays somebody to do that for him too. I don't know what the deal is with him. But cross-referencing a couple of these lines to underdog, 55.6 fantasy points for Luka over there. So in contrast here, we're getting a 3-point discount on PrizePicks. So if you are thinking it's another down game for Luka, you probably get a little bit more leeway on taking the over on underdog, and that's probably that would be my lean there. Not that I like him under 55, but if you wanted the under, take the better line over there. And Jalen Brunson, we have him for, let's see, free throws. I don't think we have a free throw prop over here. I'm just trying to find either some gaps or some linear stuff. Clayball's at 7.5 real points. You good, Josh?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't think you muted when you left, by the way.
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, this is great. Let me get caught up on chat. Doug says, I'm finding myself duplicating DK Showdown. I typically don't do that, but it seems very obvious. Yeah, I saw there's been a lot of duplicates in the optimal for Showdown. So maybe don't force yourself to do 150 because it's going to be way more likely that you land on the optimal and it's duped. And there's scenarios where if you max enter a Showdown, you could tie for first and still lose money. I've done that in football a couple times. And then you start thinking where the more negative EV a lineup is because of uniqueness, the more potentially positive EV is. I've seen that theory played out for MMA. So, yeah, man, if you are struggling to make some unique lineups, maybe roll back on the quantity of lineups that you play, unless you're willing to get really, really, really crazy. Mia Moore's in chat. Fish fan in chat here. What up, Fish? What up, the Gamers Division? Major plays. Willie Hoops. Gun versus Ant-Man. Winner is Ant as Gun gets his hand amputated. I'll be alright. I put some of the bang on it, the cold bang, and it's... Dude, that sucker is bubbling. Maybe it was a fire ant. I live on 2-row, bro. How the heck they get up here? A bunch of ones and zeros. I clean my own. Yeah, Josh needs a woman to clean for him. Josh has a wife and kids, bro. He's just dirty, filthy, stinking rich, apparently.
No, I'm just 30 and need to clean
Yeah, half of that. It says, I can't say I wouldn't have if I didn't have the money, though. I guess that's true. I've paid people to do my laundry before. I don't think I've paid anyone to clean my house, though.
I mean, time is way more valuable than anything, right?
Yeah, 100%. And I guess some of us, a lot of you guys didn't, say that you pay somebody to clean your house, but I can't. I definitely paid people to mow my yard and do my yard work, right? But I guess that's a little bit more built skill than lifting a couch and vacuuming. Sheriff says I have 2 people who clean me and my wife. Oh God, I'm moving on. Oh, Elaine says, what about Wiggins? Yeah, Elaine, we're gonna jump into the Warrior side now and talk that through, man. Looking at his cards and wins, I'd say he can afford it. He doesn't pay them in money. He just pays them in PrizePicks cards. Here you go for your troubles. Here's a little 5-pick flex for you. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Did you touch on Dinwiddie at all before we moved on?
No. Do you? I know you mentioned him a little bit in the first look video this morning.
He's just been torching the Warriors this year. On being on the Mavs, coming off the bench. I mean, they definitely need him, and if the game's gonna stay close, what did he get a little more extra run? I forget. And when it started pulling away and the starters went out.
He only got 23 minutes, 11 minutes in the second half.
Yeah.
11 minutes in the second, 6 minutes in that fourth. So he didn't really benefit from the blowout. The blowout squad was Josh Green, Sterling Brown, Marquise Chris, Trey Burke, and Davis Bertans. So Bertans is the only guy that really could see some minutes in play. Although I think Bertans maybe is the phantom guy that benefited from Clayball's foul trouble because he checked in after Clayball's foul trouble. So Bertans could logistically not be part of the rotation without foul trouble, or if it's competitive.
Yeah. And hey, did you hear that Luka had some stomach flu after the game 1, and he was up all night with diarrhea, throwing up?
No, I did not.
Yeah. He and this came from a trusted beat writer for the Mavs. So he didn't sleep at all that night. It's not good.
I haven't seen that from like a credible one, but yeah. Like, how would they know that? Luka wouldn't just tell somebody that, right?
It must have got out from one of Luka's people.
I don't know. Doug says, "Gun, this is how Antetokounmpo got his powers." Okay,
he must have got that MJ pizza, right, from the Warriors in San Francisco.
I mean, that day, didn't you see there was a picture, and I don't know how true it was, of him and Boban at like I don't know, just outside drinking a beer, eating at some barista or something. I don't know. Maybe it was poison beer, man. Don't go to the bay and trust the food. But I don't know. I don't want to push that as factual. You know?
Oh, it's from Kevin Harlan, so you can trust that.
Kevin Harlan, the announcer
for TNT.
He reported that Luka had stomach issues.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how he got that information, but he reported it.
Maybe Luka told him. Maybe.
all it says is Kevin Harlan heard Luka was up all night with stomach illness.
All right.
But I mean, he's had a full day. Well, stomach illness is usually 12 to 24 hours. So I mean, he had a full day to recover. It's just maybe a little fatigue from not sleeping that night, but he probably caught up on his sleep.
A little bit of the Paul Pierce bubble guts.
Yeah.
Let's move over to the Warriors line here. By the way, chat, I know we're focusing on PrizePicks here, but I'll put a couple of links in chat. If you're watching and you're not on PrizePicks, I'm shocked, but I'll put 2 links here: PrizePicks and Underdogs, where we really focus our prop picking parlay style of bets. If you're not on either, you can take advantage of a pretty cool promo. Both of these sites will double your first deposit up to $100. So $20 becomes $40, so on and so forth. With Underdog, you can 20x your cards, and on PrizePicks you can flex play, so you don't have to get all correct. So both have their strengths, and like anything, if you're a sports bettor, you can learn the line shop. Bet the prop that you like and get the better line for it. Meaning, if you like the over, you find a softer line on one side. If you like the under, you find the more aggressive line. I said the Luka fantasy point projection is 3 points higher on underdog than PrizePicks. So if I wanted Luka unders tonight, thinking bubble guts blowout game 2, well, then I'm gonna take the under on underdog because I just got a bigger landing spot. So yeah, hey, let's talk about your Golden State Warriors, the Dubs. Steph Curry on the board, 26.5 points, 5 rebounds, and we were over the rebound prop last game, and he hit it in the first half, and that's always great. 5.5 assists for Curry, 3.5 threes, 3 turnovers, 4.5 free throws. Looking at Klay here, 2 assists for him, 1.5 block steals, 19.5 points, 3 threes, 1.5 turnovers. There's a lot of Klay props today. Wiggins on the board. Didn't really see much movement on Wiggins props. 15.5 points. It's kind of where he's been living. 5.5 rebounds. So if he's going to continue to play at this efficiency, might be an opportunity to take advantage of that. They got him at 27 fantasy points. I've got him at 33, so I'm slightly on the over, 5-6 fantasy points over. But remember, my algorithm's built for DFS ceiling. Draymond Green on the board. He's got that triple single. 3 turnovers for Dre. I just thought, have you seen that clip where Charles Barkley said he was going to go bang somebody's mama at the... They were behind the TNT table at the show, and they were, Chuck, you suck, Chuck, you suck. And I guess it was during a commercial before they went live, and Chuck turns to the crowd and goes, I'll go to your house and F your mama, or something like that. And it's just like, what a Charles Barkley thing to say. But anytime I see Charles Barkley, I always think of Draymond because they're a little few. But Draymond, 21.5 PRA, 2 blocks and steals for Draymond. That's always a fun number to sweat. He had 3 in that last game. 30 fantasy points for Draymond. I think that's a line that I can get behind. I got him projected for almost 38 fantasy points, so I definitely lean the over there. Kevon Looney, Shaq-tastic voyage, 7.5 rebounds for him. 2 assists. This is something that you talked about this morning on the First Look video. He had 6 potential assists in that last game. So even if you're converting at less than 50%, and for Looney and the way that team rolls, I could get behind that assist prop if he's going to continue to be a problem. They also have 19 fantasy points, and that might be the blanket for it all, because it is a little weird to be betting assists for Kevon Looney this late in the year. I actually have him for almost 30 fantasy points on a 28-minute projection. Now, 28 minutes might be a little too much, but man, it seems like he's earning his keep here, and he's been really, really impactful from the last Grizzlies game and going into game 1. He's certainly been his presence has been felt. Jordan Poole off the bench, you were pretty spot on with his assessment being the way he likes to score. Memphis was able to stop. Well, the Mavericks were not, and also the Mavericks front court couldn't stay out of foul trouble. So Jordan Poole has a better lane to scoring, and if the game does get lopsided, it is a spot for him to soak up a few extra minutes while Curry and the crew chill out. In game 1, Jordan Poole saw 26 minutes of action, including the death squad rotation a few times. So I definitely like him. The fantasy line on him is at 26. The PRA is 23.5. The assist is 3.5. And then Otto Porter and Damian Lee. I don't want to get to Damian Lee. I'll let you do that. But
that's blowout narrative. If you think it blows out, he just needs to hit 1-3.
Otto Porter's at 6.5 points, 5 rebounds. He's a rebound magnet, or a vacuum, if we're going to be a little topical here. But those numbers are definitely going to be a sweat, as minutes are likely a little bit more limited.
He got all and key note on that is that he got 3/4 of those rebounds, of those 6 rebounds in the fourth quarter, and pretty much garbage time.
Yeah. Down 20. It's nothing but long shots. And this ant bite, really itchy, by the way. Just really itchy.
You need to get some cold water on that.
What if I just pour Bang on it?
Yeah,
Maybe I will turn into Giannis
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo.
Bang
Wait.
fixes everything, bro.
Okay, I see. I thought you were about to give me some science goodness, because you were like, yeah, no, pour Bang on it. When I have open wounds, I just pour Bang on it and put a Band-Aid on it.
Why not?
Works.
Uh-huh.
Chat, hit that thumbs up while Josh tells me what his favorite Warriors lines
Yeah,
are.
let's get this, man. Let's get this. Okay. So I'm gonna play cards now that I'm just seeing how these playoffs are going. I'm gonna play two different scenarios. I'm gonna play scenario where the Warriors go off again at home and dominate, and kind of play more passive and not attack these high numbers in case it does blow out and starters don't play in the fourth. And then I'm gonna make cards where Luka catches fire and Brunson steps up, and so if they do, then Warriors are gonna have to fire back, and so that means you can get on Warriors 3-point props, guys like Klay and Poole and Steph. I mean, one that's really standing out to me is Poole's 1.5 3. So as a whole, I wouldn't get caught up on the stats and game log from the first game because it was very unlike the Warriors. They only made 10 threes, which is really low for them, and I think they only took they took less than 30 threes. That's not like them. I mean, they're usually taking 35 to 40 threes a game. And I think a big part of this was that they were so efficient with their field goal percentage with the 2-pointers in the mid range. They were shooting around 66% on the night, which is why get away from that. They were getting easy, high percentage buckets, so they kind of got away from the three. They didn't need it. And if the Mavs just kept missing their threes, then just go and get high percentage twos. You don't have to match it, you're gonna have to take more threes when a team is making their threes because you can't catch up to a 3-point barrage with 2-pointers, obviously. But if you can maintain a lead with two high percentage field goals, then go for it, and that's what the Warriors did. So it's just really game script and theory dependent and what you think is going to happen. If you think the Warriors are going to dominate, then maybe stay away from the 3-point props. Maybe they found the formula that's going to keep working because, like I said before Game 1 started, Mavs' main weakness is in the interior, and they really focus. Jason Kidd really has them focusing on that perimeter defense and pushing out the defense and holding that 3-point line and trying to stop threes. That's like their main focus. So if they stick to their bread and butter on defense and they keep doing that, then the Warriors are just going to keep attacking them inside and getting those higher percentage shots. So if you think that's going to happen and the Warriors just kind of clamp down on defense and hold the Mavs, then let's just stick to the real points for guys like Poole and Steph. And then I think Wiggins' points are definitely in play.
I don't want to cut you off, but Curry rebounds, no? Huh?
What were you gonna say?
I say Curry rebounds, no, or what?
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely in play. I was saying if he wanted something else, because I'm probably gonna have exposure to his rebounds and then probably some other line, and it's probably gonna be his real points. And with that, I would pair it with Luka's real points and just hope that Luka kind of keeps the game close deep into the fourth quarter, and they're kind of going back and forth, going at it. That would be kind of like a game script dependent card. But I think majority of the cards will be Steph with rebounds, and then Poole with points because Poole, I think he's still going to be efficient in this matchup. And Wiggins, he's shooting really well from three. So I think you could consider his 1.5 3-point prop instead of going with the 15.5 points, but the points make sense too because he does get a lot of cutting to the basket, and putbacks from his offensive rebounds. He's really doing well in the offensive glass too. But yeah, he opened it. It's weird. So he opened at 16.5 points, and people must have been clicking under on it because now it's back down to 15.5 because it was 15.5 game one, so it's back down to its original line. I mean, it's right there. It's right there on the edge. If he doesn't hit at least 1 or 2 threes, he might fall short of it. But that 1.5 threes is pretty low for him, and same for Poole. I mean, Poole has always been around 2 to 3 for his 3-point shots. I know recently he hasn't been shooting well from 3, but he's a very streaky shooter who can get hot anytime, and the potential's there. So 1.5 is really low for him. a guy who could, just go off. And yeah, so if let me rank this since I spun off a lot. I think Looney is going to be a key piece going forward. Like I said, I'm probably going to go with his points number 1 and then his assist number 2. The reason I like his assist is because when the Warriors and like especially Steph are dribbling around and they pick up their dribble for whatever reason and they need a reset, Looney is usually the guy there because he's trying to set the pick, and they'll just pass it to him so they can reset the offense and reset the dribbling, and then Looney will pass it back, and a lot of times that will set up an assist there. Other ways he gets assists is off offensive rebounds, second chance points. So when he gets these long rebounds, misses from 3-point shots from Klay and Steph, he will immediately look to pass it back out to them. And Warriors love second chance 3-point shots. Majority of their second chance points are from the 3-point line.
That's the Steven Adams, right?
Yes. Like get that offense. That's why they're out there. Get that offensive rebound, kick it back out to the 3. Let's try the 3 ball again. So I like it. But with that, there's a little more variance there because it's not. Some of those aren't design plays. Obviously, it's going to require some offensive rebounds, and more. Yeah, not more by design. So it is a low number though. But I mean, his points. If he's going to play close to 30 minutes, Steph loves trying to find him when sagging away from the switch defender that's switching on to Steph. So. I like the 5.5 points for a guy who's going to play close to 30 minutes in the paint, where the Mavs probably their main weakness is at. So that's probably number 1, and then I say Poole's points would be number 2 for me, and then it's kind of I don't know 2A and 2B for his assist and 3-point prop. Now that because I didn't see this 3-point prop last night. It's like I said, it's been usually at 2, but 1.5 is really, really enticing. But the assists are going to be there because, yeah, I mean, he had 6 potential assists in that last game. Just need the guys to make their shots. I think he finished with 3 assists. He got hooked. It's pretty low for him. And then Klay. So I don't know if you noticed in that game, like he's really trying to get to the mid range, even more so. And take less threes. And when he does that, when he tries to dribble or play make, he's turning over the ball a lot. You saw that in Memphis series too. He's just rusty, man. I mean, you're away from basketball for over 2 years. It's naturally going to be rusty, especially when a guy who doesn't normally dribble that much anyway. So if he continues to do that and try to be aggressive, and
that's what was that's what was getting me. Is like how's he's known for being off-ball, dribble guy. Like, how the heck is he turning the ball over so much? Just catch and shoot, Klay catch and shoot. But he's been doing the most.
Yeah, no, he's definitely dribbling more so than ever. And I think it's just because he's struggling from the 3 balls so much in these playoffs. So I think he's just putting his head down and trying to get higher percentage shots, and as a result, he's turned the ball over more. And they're still keeping him at 1.5 turnovers, so I think it's definitely something that's in play. And his 3-point prop, it's always live at home. I know he only took 4 threes at last game, but like I said, that was by design. The Warriors were trying to maintain that lead with a 2-point with the mid-range game, so I expect him, probably take more threes today. And if he, it just takes like 1 or 2 to go in consecutively, and then it's game over because he won't stop shooting. He'll just keep going until he misses. And any other ones now Draymond is the one. I don't know. He got into foul trouble like we predicted. Did he pick up 5 eventually, or did he sit at 4?
For who?
He sat at 4. Draymond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sat at 4. I mean, yeah, he was in foul trouble all game pretty much early on. That's what I'm really concerned about him in this series, just how much defense he's going to have to play and racking up those fouls. So I'm going to keep holding off on him until there's a game where, like, I know that his energy is going to be needed, like an important, crucial game. That's when I like to go with Draymond. But I'm gonna hold off on him for now, unless you like something for him.
For Draymond, I mean he's the pulse, right? I don't. If they're gonna be juggernauts on defense, I kind of like throwing a blanket over the fantasy points, but I wouldn't force it. I get it. Draymond can be the fifth option. He could be the guy that does the most from a real life standpoint, where he can play floor general, but it doesn't really translate to the stat sheet for fantasy. Right. So definitely not something I would force. So, Josh, do you have the stream up? No, you do.
Oh yeah.
Doing analysis with you right now. I don't know. He's vacuuming. Oh man. Anyway, so Curry. So, do you like Curry rebounds over Curry real points?
That's tough, man.
Okay, we don't have to split hairs. I'm just
gonna say this. I'm gonna have probably equal exposure to both. I'm gonna probably have two of each and two separate cards.
Bro, how big is your carpet? What is going on?
Big.
Bruh. You got carpet on the walls. Steph Curry. So working on the list here. Steph Curry 5 rebounds or points. Kevin Looney points or assists. Jordan Poole points. Klay. Do you want the Klay turnovers or what as your number one?
Yeah, and then his 3-point number 2. You could consider his rebounds too, which is the volume of threes that the Mavs are probably gonna take.
Okay.
But I like the turnovers.
And then is All-Star Andrew Wiggins gonna keep playing at this level? And is there a singular line you want on him?
Man.
We don't have to force it. Blocks and steals is always like my lean on him. So
yeah,
1.5.
Back down to 1.5. I could get behind that because game 1 it was at 2, and I wasn't really keen on that.
Okay, 1.5 block steals.
I would say 1.5 block steals, and there's 1.5 threes, and then 5.5 rebounds.
All right, bet. Put that on.
And I'm probably gonna hold off on Draymond.
All right, that's fair. So, with that in mind, looking at the list and I'll recap it here. Chat, I need more than 33 likes, man. You guys are better than this. Can we get 60 likes? Can 60 of you hit that thumbs up? What up?
And add Steph's free throws. It's down to 4.5, which is really low for him.
All right.
I can't believe he missed that many free throws.
Bro, yeah, it was actually crazy. And was it Reggie or Richard Jefferson on commentary where he was talking about?
I don't listen to the commentary. I don't know.
Oh, well, you know that Steph doesn't like to hit rim even when he makes his shots, right?
Yes,
he looks straight up. He made it a point that's like he was making some shots that hit rim. He was like, this is even weird to see. So,
we talked about that. Remember 3 inches in the hole?
There's a kid in the chat, bro. I'm gonna need you to relax.
All right.
Shout out to BL. I guess young blood, just a Warriors fan out there, YouTubing Warriors and Mavericks, and we popped up, man. So good vibes to him, but this ain't the place.
Yeah,
this ain't no place for no child.
No, yeah, the 4.5. That's pretty low for him, man. He's usually like 5.5, and so now I mean you could get like an and-1 and then get to the line twice.
Yeah, or intentionally foul in the second, and at the fourth quarter, intentional fouls if it stays that.
Yeah, and technical fouls too. Yeah, he'll shoot all the tech fouls. Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
Lit. All right, cool. So I'll add that to the list. So we'll recap the list here and chat. If you had any questions on a specific player or prop, throw them at us. After we recap the list, we'll pop open a pack of cards, I guess, and then.
What do you mean? What do you guess? You're not. Don't sound too excited.
Oh, I mean, I never know the specific plans. And then And then I got to get into the RunDFS.com VIP Discord and work on some baseball. If you guys want in that one, it is behind the paywall at RunDFS.com. You get the spreadsheet for baseball, all that good stuff, my player pool. And then we have a free Discord. The link to that is in the description below. And we've been chopping it up. Now, I have plans after 6 my time, so 7. So I won't be around to do the hang out and voice or whatever. But I thought that was fun yesterday. And like we said, maybe one of these slates we'll do like a watch along and have some fun watching some basketball. But I mean, these cats are in here grinding WNBA right now, so they're doing everything. So if you are not in the free Discord, click the link in the description below. Get in there. Lots of good stuff. You see our exclusive offers. We have deals to get you guys more bang for your buck on PrizePicks, on Underdog, and then SeatGeek, man. If you want to go to a baseball game, a basketball game, when football comes back, I can actually save you $20 on your tickets through the SeatGeek app. So lots of cool stuff, and hopefully more stuff to come. So get in the free Discord. Love to get with you. And then Josh has been posting his kind of like final prop list here in the channel members section. So this is for those of you that have those logos next to your name. You hit that join button below. You become a member. It's like $5 a month. Just link your Discord to your YouTube, and these will unlock it, and you'll get that. And then yeah, so that's the ads. Let's recap the list. Chat. Remember, if you guys have any questions or props, throw it at us, and then we'll do some cards. So what I've got from the Mavericks side is Jalen Brunson over 3 free throws. Luka Doncic's first half fantasy points at 26. Dorian Finney-Smith at 16.5 PRA or fantasy points. Reggie Bullock 2 threes or rebounds. Maybe Maxi Kleber ? And then on the Warriors side, jot it down. Steph Curry 5 boards. The point prop or 4.5 free throws. Kevin Looney points or assists. Jordan Poole points. Klay Thompson 1.5 turnovers. Andrew Wiggins 1.5 blocks and steals. 1.5 threes or 5.5 rebounds. Anything glaring from its absence from my list to yours?
Negative.
All right. Honestly, Josh, how big is your carpet? How are they still vacuuming? Bro, are they getting paid by the hour? I think you're getting scammed right here on the air. Awkward silence indicates yes. I think, he's just frozen. Yep. Sarah says, did y'all talk about Porter or see the PJ Tucker grant? I think Porter's just one of those, he's got to do a lot in not guaranteed minutes. Like, he's going to play for sure, but you just never know how deep the run is going to be. He's liable to check in the second half. He's liable to start the second half. And I think as Kevin Looney, if you think Kevin Looney is going to continue to grow his involvement, and Wiggins is going to continue to command a spot. Josh, you are in the Matrix right now, bro. Andrew Wiggins, let's go. I see that, but you are like, you're worse than a flip book right now. You're like a dial-up. I don't know what's going on. Goon says favorite play of the day. Josh, you have a favorite prop of the day? 3 inches in the hole.
Not yet. Yeah. I'm going to say probably Luka's first half fantasy or his 29.5 points. I think he bounced back today.
All right. Let me pop you open a little bit bigger. All right. So you're not as laggy now, but up until this moment in time.
There's a vacuum?
No, not the vacuum. Just lag. Wiggins. All right. Cool.
So fatal?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how you're reading these tarot cards.
Uh-oh. That's a good pack.
Who's that?
Maxi.
Yeah. It's got a little vintage logo to it.
Oh, whoa. I noticed that like they in these packs they'll give you like guys from the same team more often than not.
Yeah.
It's Otto.
From the Magic?
Well, he has a Magic jersey on, but it has the Warriors logo. It's say here.
Wait, why would they do that? Like, let me see that auto card again.
I don't know. It's just like they don't use the updated photo.
What? Is that on purpose?
Because it says Warriors under his name.
Yeah, it says Warriors, but he's wearing a Magic jersey.
Yeah, it's just lazy. whatever stock photo they have.
I mean, hey, sometimes.
Oh, we got a signature card.
Oh wait, like an autograph?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
is
Doug
it-
Christie, is he even still alive?
What the? What is- Oh my God, Josh! What is going on over there, Josh? I'm gonna need you to can you go to your face cam? I had to ask you something. Honestly, I had to ask you something, and I want to see your facial reaction to see if you're lying to me. Because there's a lot of vacuuming going on. Or you could just freeze. Doug Christie. Wasn't Doug Christie a mayor of New Jersey? Josh,
Yeah.
did you kill someone and having your murder scene cleaned up right now?
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Somebody's dying. Why is there so much vacuuming going on?
I don't know. Oh, but did you see this autograph card, Ben?
Doug Christie, you said?
Yeah. Didn't he end up coaching somewhere?
I don't know. Let me see. Doug Christie. I'm looking him up.
I don't even know if he's still alive.
I'm pretty sure he's alive. Is dead. Doug Christie is a Canadian lawyer popped up. So the lawyer is dead. He died. Oh my God, Josh! What is with the vacuum, bro? The freak, man. Yeah. Every time they vacuum, your Wi-Fi gets like jacked up, bro. They're using some plutonium powered vacuum that can hold a cannonball with the. I don't know what's happening. We've lost it. Is that James Wiseman? Does that count? Probably not. It's Kevin Looney in his place. Josh, just read the names, bro. Can't see these glary, distorted, pixelated, no Wi-Fi photos.
It's Boban.
All right, Boban's getting in the game. 2 minutes in the fourth quarter.
All right, let's get it. All right, so I'm gonna open the last one. Is gonna be a Prism pack or Optic.
Oh wait, so I don't know, like, so how much did you spend on that pack? Because you were really choppy cutting out. I don't know if you want a quality
40,
experience.
they're like the packs are like 45 each.
Yeah. Every time they vacuum, bro, you cut out. So maybe you should save the pack if you spent some actual change on it. But then again, you pay people to vacuum your murder scene. So, hey, Josh might not be a free man on Monday, so maybe we should just open it. I swear, Josh. Just. Wait, is it WNBA? You gotta say the names, bro. It's nothing but glary and distortion.
Is she playing tonight?
I don't know who she is. What's her name? Josh, you have to watch this back. I feel like you think our viewing experience is way different than it actually is. As the vacuum cleaner, I'm about to send this off the air, bro. I don't know what's going on, but this is rough. This is rough.
It's Charlie Collier, Sabrina, and a Googie Mikey. Shyla Hill.
All right.
That was a WNBA pool.
Producers rolling credits. We're bleeding viewers. This is not going as planned.
Okay, last pack.
All right.
Oh, we got a Steph Curry in the expensive pack.
It's a sign.
It's a sign, dude. Because these packs are like 40, 45 each.
Dog. Uh-oh. Selling it. What do we got? I can't even see. Bro, yeah, you need to watch this back.
What?
You have the dirtiest carpet there's You literally just walk around throwing sand on the floor.
Hey, check it out, guns. No joke though. We got two Steph's cards in that optic expensive pack, and one of them was like a special one.
Cool.
You know what that means?
I have no idea what that means.
Fade. Hey, and to finish it off, my favorite player growing up, Anthony Hardaway, Penny.
Let's go, Coach Penny.
Yes, sir. We got a LeBron. All right, that was a good pack.
It was.
Solid pack.
It was. Oh my God, Josh! Yo, you better. Okay, I feel like I'm an accomplice right now.
All right, man.
It sounds like every time you unmute, they're turning the vacuum on. I can't. Chat, free Discord, link in the description below. I'm headed to the rundfs.com, VIP voice chat. I'm going to work on some baseball. You guys enjoy your Friday nights, man. Everybody working for the weekends. There's not going to be a first look video tomorrow, but we'll try and do a stream tomorrow, right? We could do a stream tomorrow, right? I should be back in time for that NBA schedule. And then Sunday as well. Tomorrow's, yeah. So, Josh, you game to stream tomorrow or what? Heat and Celtics.
What's that?
Do you want to stream tomorrow?
That's up to you, man.
We'll stream it tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, chat. I love you guys. I hope you guys
Wait,
have
we are or not?
We can, yes.
Okay, cool.
Good luck. God bless. And go win some money. Oh my God, you're tickled pink. This is.
All right, bro. I'll catch you later.
Bruh, honestly, you can tell me. Did you kill somebody last night?
Yeah.